Hey guys, welcome back to another DeltaMath tutorial. Today, we're going to be talking about how to convert improper fractions into mixed numbers. And what we're going to be doing is what I think is kind of a really cool trick or pattern to always be successful at this. So, let's take a look at the problem. It says convert 67 over 9 into a mixed number. Well, as we know, mixed numbers have three sections to them. They have this big number right here, right? Which is the whole parts. And then they have kind of what I call the remaining parts, right? Kind of reminds me of a division, kind of a remainder of sorts. But we have the whole parts and the remaining parts. And where I always like to start is the whole parts. So that's going to start with some actual just good old-fashioned division. And luckily, DeltaMath has a built-in calculator to help us out with that. So let's try to figure this out first. I'm going to take this fraction and type it into the calculator, 67 divided by 9. So I'm going to turn off my screen writing so that I can bring up the calculator, and we're going to type that in, 67 divided by 9. And let's look. You can see on the other side of the screen, I know my actual typing in didn't show up there, but it says 7.444444 repeating, right? The important part of that is that it says 7 point something. That's what we care about. This tells us that 9 goes into 67 7 times. So 7 is going to be our whole number. Now here's what we do after this. We have to figure out the remaining parts. And that's kind of the difficult portion, right? So here's how we figure that out. Gotta just remember this process. You know, it's a little tricky at first. But we take that 7 we just found and we multiply it by the denominator, or the bottom of that fraction, 9. So 7 times 9. Now, 7 times 9 is 63, right? Well, that means that that 7 whole parts used up 63 of that numerator, 63 numbers in that numerator. So we take the numerator, 67, and subtract 63 from it. And we get 4. And 4 is the number that is going to go in the top of our remaining parts. So I'm going to pencil that in here. I'm going to put in 4. And just like on every mixed number, the denominator, or the bottom half of the fraction on the remaining parts, is going to be the same denominator as your improper fraction had. So the improper fraction had a 9 down here. This is going to be a 9 as well. So 7 and 4 over 9. And that's our answer. Well, let's just reiterate why exactly this works, because this will work for any problem. This works because the 7 whole parts took up 63 over 9, right? Because 67 over 9 is kind of like saying you have 67 of 1/9. Right? So if you take 63 of those, one big group of 63 of them, that makes 7 whole parts, 7 whole numbers. And we kind of set it off to the side. And after we take that 63 away, well, we started with 67. There's 4 left over. We have these 4 1/9 left. And those kind of all sit together and get as close to being whole as they can, which is only 4 over 9. And that's our remaining part. That's what's left over that didn't get put in a whole number. All right, guys, if you have any questions about this process, let me know. Feel free to drop it down in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and check out some more DeltaMath tutorials.